What's up, guys? Nick with Mystic Manifesting here. My new location, right? We're here on work's lunch break, filming my last video. I tried to belt out like three of them, which lasts to the weekend, hopefully, and I'll post one after this, and then do a session. So, um, I want to talk about manifestation being instant. Now, I know that could be a very clickbaity title, and if I'm putting that up there, it's not to clickbait you, it's the truth. But some things there's a time delay too. It's the amount of resistance, and everything has its own appointed hour. Sometimes things take a longer time, but when you look back on the bridge of incidents, it's like there's no other logical way, or that was the easiest way for it to happen and unfold. But if you ever think about this, we're so worried about getting a message from SP, or somebody owes us money and they don't give us the money, and it's like, man, I really need them to give me that money. I really need this now. It's that needing that's holding you back, because if you need something, God's going to give you more need. The universe gives you more need. That's what you're looking for. You're in a needy state, so you receive more need. So why is it when we think about, man, I haven't texted my one friend in a long time? And if you remember, I had this success story the other day. I had two friends. We were really close a long time ago, and then I felt like we kind of fell off, and I felt like maybe I rubbed them the wrong way after, we, like, a woman came in the middle of all of it. So I'm like, I kind of miss those guys. That was not me. And I'm like, nah, I really wish we could talk again. So I wrote down their names and like a couple other people's names to message, like to receive messages from. And I was really hopeful on theirs. All the people I wasn't really attached to, it's like, boom, comes through, comes through, comes through. It's like, damn, these people, they're all people I didn't talk to for over a year. Within due time, they all messaged me. One of them, I was like, it was his birthday, and I was like, oh, you know what, let me message him. We were talking a little bit. And then I had to take a trip to Puerto Rico, and he was drinking, and he saw my story, and then he calls me, and we're having this whole conversation. But these other two guys, I couldn't get the message. And I'm like, man, wouldn't it be wonderful? And here and there, I would think about them. But then recently, I was just like, you know what? Those two things didn't come through. But if everything I say is true, that no matter what, I always get my manifestation. I'm no more than 2 weeks away from a miracle. Why haven't I received these messages? There's nothing there except I'm limiting myself, and I'm holding back because I think that they don't like me. I think the one guy is ignoring me on purpose because I messaged him. He sells cars. I'm like, hey, um, can I buy a car? Or and then when I was looking for a job at one point, or I thought I was going to need to find a job, I messaged him for that, and I just took it as, oh, he's not answering because he thinks I'm just using him for a job or for a hookup on a car. And I'm like, whatever. If that's his opinion of me, that's his opinion of me. And then the other guy never answered, and they were both not answering the text messages. It was in this thing called GroupMe, and I was like, whatever. They must be done with me. Well, the guy who's not the car salesman, he made a group chat over text message, puts me and another number I don't recognize. It was the other guy. He changed his number, and I said in my head, I'm like, maybe he just changed his number. That was the positive thing I switched it to. Instead of associating it negatively, I'm like, he's not answering because I don't have his new number. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm gonna get his number. Well, it took the other guy creating a group, and then that whole group chat we used to have, it was recreated, but over text message, not the GroupMe app. And it happened within like a couple of days of me just, no, you know what? It's because of that. And then the other guy, I'm like, you know what? He's living his best life, and he wants to reconnect with us. And I was thinking about, I talked about that method where talking about neutralizing anxiety, the breathing technique. He's the one who taught it to me, and I was thinking about that too and making a video on it. And next thing you know, he messages me, and I got both the numbers. So really, it can happen in an instant when there's no resistance to it. I had resistance to those two because I had stories that they don't want to talk to me for a reason. All the other people, I'm like, it's just been time, and we haven't talked in so long. And within a couple of weeks to a month or two, they were messaging me. These other ones took like maybe half a year, maybe 5 6 months. But I was putting a need and pressure on it because I wanted to prove a manifestation to myself. It was in my little journal, so I want to prove it to myself. It's like when you're needing to prove it, when you're struggling, and it's a need, it's very difficult to manifest. That's almost impossible because it's always going to stay away because you need it. When you're happy and content in yourself, when I had those little inner conversations with them, and I was remembering the type of jokes we told, right away we jump right back into the same type of memes and humor and stuff like that. And then that sparked me to make comedy videos again because the videos they were posting of themselves doing stupid stuff. I'm like, wow, that makes me want to do that. And I'm like, and boom, there's my success story. So manifestation is instant. You can have whatever you want to have in this life. It's just to the degree you're resisting it. Like with SP, you're resisting it because it's like, it's been 2 days, it's been 3 days. Well, you're counting time now. So you're going to manifest more reasons to count time because obviously you're showing God in the universe, yeah, I want to count time. So you're going to get more of that. And if it's like, oh, this person owes me money, I'm in a situation like that now. Somebody owes me money, but I'm not going to send the message. I'm going to give it to myself. It's not something where it's like, I'm not going to chase anyone for anything. There's a situation of someone who I was going to do a video with. I'm not attached to it ever happening or not happening. I just trust it's going to unfold. I trust everything I want is going to unfold, but it might not unfold in a week or 2 or 3 or a month or 2. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, my manifestation didn't come true and everybody's watching and I kind of said it already. It might happen a year from now and I'll say, see, I told you. But then people would argue, well, it would have happened anyway, and you waited a long time, so what was the point? Do I feel any less because it took longer? No, I still got what I wanted, but I don't let it destroy me in the meantime. Nothing's going to destroy you unless you let it destroy you. You're the one that gives circumstances the opportunity to destroy you or hurt you. We suffer more in our mind than in reality. That's a Seneca quote, and I say it all the time. Stop suffering in your mind. You're choosing to suffer. So realize that it is all working out in your favor. And I say that all the time too. And you can't fuck this up because no matter what you've done, you're not going to fuck it up. But just try to mitigate it and not fuck up too much. But in the long run, I mean, I've done so many things to fuck up and I still have it. But I wanted to remind you of that. Just be specific on what you want. Be relaxed. Don't overthink it. And if you have a story, really look at where your stories are. Why do you think that this thing isn't happening? Ask yourself, get real and ugly with it, because oftentimes there is a little ugly side to it. Get real and ugly why it's not happening. Talk to yourself about it, and then change that story like I did. And look, you saw how fast. In a couple days, I'm messaging these guys again, and we're talking like old times. So if you're not in communication with someone, don't associate it because it's a negative reason that you're not in communication. Think of a story, and it could be a bullshit one too. I'm like, oh, he just got a new number. That guy had the same number since we were kids. All of a sudden, he's got a new number. Come on. So, manifestation is instant. And talking about instant manifestation, we're at only 7 minutes and 30 seconds. That's crazy. It's a quick video. This video is instant too. I mean, everything's going to work out the way you want. It's going to work out fast. Stop resisting it. What you resist persists. Yeah, what you resist persists. So whatever you're resisting and fighting against, it's going to keep persisting. So you're fighting against being ignored. Maybe you're not being ignored. Maybe they forgot. Maybe somebody forgot to pay you back. Whatever it is, what you resist persists. So stop resisting. Stop fighting it. Feel that it's already done. Write a letter to the person or have a conversation on paper like a movie script. I've done this before too. Be like me saying this, them say that, and like a movie screen, like a movie dialogue, or having an imaginary text conversation or a phone call, or you try to hear their voice. Giving it to yourself now. Then you feel you have it now. Then you don't feel like you need it. That puts you in the end state. It's already done. All right. So I hope that helped, guys. I love you very much. You can't fuck this up, and you got this. See you in the next one.